This show is brought to you by Visa.
Welcome to On the Money Quiz Show with Visa. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. My name is Lechakotla and I will be your host here tonight. Remember, on the Money Quiz Show with Visa, we get to learn about all things financial literacy. And as usual, I am not alone. I'm joined by three very interesting individuals who will be introducing themselves to you in just a bit. Let me take some time to remind you that the contents of this program have been curated for educational purposes only. If you require financial advice, do enlist the services of a trained professional. So this season, we will be SME focused, and that means that everyone who is on the show is either a business owner or an entrepreneur who is here to see how they can advance their business with the prize money. Guys, it's your turn to introduce yourselves. Please make sure that you introduce yourself thoroughly to the viewers at home. Let them know who you are, what your business does, and why you are here on the Money Quiz Show with Visa. Yes, sir.
My name is Penyo Morokotso from Cybertech Solutions, and it's a company that I'm working with my friend. It's some sort of a partnership. I'm representing him, by the way, here.
Great stuff. Right. And how long have you been running this business?
It's been 3 years now.
It's been 3 years. And how has business been?
Business has been a little bit, I would say it's been slow, but we are trying to make it work out. Yeah.
That's the spirit.
My name is Eric Kaho Ramotwa. I'm from Rams Eric Holdings. I'm the co-founder of it.
Great stuff.
Yes, I started this business first day. I was selling t-shirts for my home village. Then I opened a small company.
Wow.
It's getting there. I'm winning.
Wow. Homegrown. We love it. Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Wanataka Namukhati from W Donuts. Our business has been in operation since 2020, and we're just here to win some money to fund our next stage of business. Yeah.
Great stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, these are very interesting individuals who are here to see what they can do about that cash prize, right? So we're not waste any more of their time and get straight into the questions. Guys, we're going to do this in 3 rounds. For each round, we'll have 3 multiple choice questions and 3 true or false statements. Your task is to see how quick you can get to the buzzer so that you can attempt the question. If you press the buzzer before I am done asking a question, it means that you will be disqualified and not allowed to answer that one question, right? If you press the buzzer and get the answer incorrect, we'll be moving on to the next question. Are you ready for your first question? And it reads, Visa Chargeback Reason Code helps merchants A, track fraud categories, B, increase salaries, or C, set interest rates. Eric?
A.
A, track fraud categories is indeed the correct answer. Question number 2. Visa SMB products are designed to A, increase cash dependency, B, support business growth and security, or C, replace bank accounts. Eric?
Read the question again.
Unfortunately, I cannot read the question again.
B.
You have 5 seconds to attempt the question. B, support business growth and security. Lucky for you, Eric, is the correct answer to the question. We move on to the third and final multiple choice question, which reads, when you use a Visa business credit card, who is responsible for lending you the money? Is it A, Visa, B, the merchant where the purchase is made, or C, the bank or financial? Unfortunately, I was not done asking that question. So you will need to excuse yourself from the question, Eric. For the remaining participants, here's that question again. When you use a Visa business credit card, Who is responsible for lending you the money? Is it A, Visa, B, the merchant where the purchase is made, or C, the bank or financial institution that issued the card? Wanasa?
C.
C, the bank or financial institution that issued the card is indeed responsible for lending you the money. That is the correct answer. You've earned yourself 10 points. We move on to our true or false statements. The first one reading, using your Visa card on unsecured websites increases the risk of fraud. True or false? Wanasa?
True.
True, it is indeed a risk to use your Visa card on unsecured websites. Whether you're making honest purchases or not, you expose yourself to the risk of fraud. Your second statement, Visa virtual cards are digital cards that can be used for online and phone transactions. True or false? Eric?
True.
Visa virtual cards are digital cards that can be used for online and phone transactions is indeed a true statement. That is the correct answer. We move on to the third and final question for the round. Visa virtual cards can be physically swiped at retail stores. True or false? Eric?
True.
Visa virtual cards can be physically swiped at retail stores. Eric, tell me why you think true is the answer.
Because we swipe from the supermarket every time we're there.
Yes, but in this instance, we're talking about Visa virtual cards.
Okay.
Do you still think the statement is true?
Yeah. Still true.
Unfortunately, that is not the correct answer. The answer that you were looking for is false. Visa virtual cards are ideal for online purchases as you cannot use them to physically swipe at the grocery store or any store at all, right? That brings us to the end of our very first round. When we return, we will be going straight into round 2, but not before we give you the scores for round 1. See you after the break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are still tuned on to On the Money Quiz Show with Visa. We do have those scores from round 1. Penyo, unfortunately, you haven't gotten yourself any points so far tonight. What's going on?
I think I'll get there. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This round is your comeback, yeah?
I think so, yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. And then we have Wanata right behind Eric with 20 points. Eric is currently in the lead with 30 points. Are you ready to get into our second round? And your first question goes, what does the HTTPS and the padlock icon on a website's address bar indicate? Is it A, the website is free to use, B, the website is the fastest available, or C, the connection is encrypted and more secure for entering data? Penyo.
A.
A, the website is free to use. So the question again was, what does the HTTPS and the padlock icon on a website's address bar indicate? Penyo, you say that this means that the website is free to use? Are you changing your answer?
Yeah, I'm changing my answer.
What do you think the answer is?
Is it possible that I get the options again?
I'll give you the options again, but you cannot retract your first given answer, okay?
Okay.
So the options were, the website is free to use, B, the website is the fastest available, or C, the connection is encrypted and more secure for entering data?
Should have said C, but I don't know.
Nerves or something.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to see you on that buzzer, nonetheless.
Yes.
You're in the game now.
Yeah.
We love to see it. So unfortunately, that was not the correct answer. You won't be getting any points for that submission. The correct answer that you were looking for is indeed C. The connection is encrypted and more secure for entering data. Your second question. Phishing is most commonly conducted through A, radio advertisements, B, fraudulent emails that look like they come from a bank, or C, face-to-face meetings. Eric?
B.
B, fraudulent emails that look like they are from a bank is indeed the correct answer. Ladies and gentlemen, phishing refers to a type of fraud that is commonly practiced through sharing email messages that look like they come from banks. So if you receive such an email, please do make sure that you check it out thoroughly before pressing on any links so that you keep your information and particularly your money safe. We move on to the third question, and that is, what does KYC stand for? What does KYC stand for? Is it A, know your customer, B, keep your cash, or C, kickstart your credit? Answer?
A.
A, know your customer is indeed the correct answer. Move on to our true or false statements with your first one reading. A debit card allows you to spend money you don't have, essentially acting as a loan. True or false? Vanessa?
False.
False. A debit card allows you to spend money you don't have, essentially acting as a loan. Why do you think that answer is false?
It uses money that you have.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's not how a debit card works. I want to say you know your stuff because that is the correct answer. Using a debit card does not allow you to access money that you do not have. That would be your credit card. Your second statement. The rule of 72 is a quick formula used to estimate how long it takes for an investment to double. True or false? Eric?
True.
True. The rule of 72 is a quick formula used to estimate how long it takes for an investment to double. Eric, can you tell us about the rule of 72?
Now I was guessing.
Pinga, do you know about the rule?
No.
No? Okay, I was hoping somebody could inform us on what it means and how it works, because clearly Eric has made a smart guess, because that is the correct answer. Your third and final statement for this round. Financial literacy is only important for people who can earn a high salary. True or false? Penyo?
False.
False. That is indeed the correct answer. Financial literacy is for everyone. When we return from the break, we will have those scores and we will be moving into round 3 of tonight's episode. Keep it locked. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We had just gone for the break, slightly after our round 2, with the points as follows. Penyo, you have 10 points so far. Onata, 40 points. Eric, you're in the lead with 50 points. Guys, how are you feeling?
Sure.
We are entering the third round, which is the final round for tonight's episode. Are you ready for your questions? Your first question. A secured loan is different from an unsecured loan because A, it has higher interest rates, B, it requires collateral such as a house or a car, or C, it can only be taken by government employees. Eric,
A.
it has a higher interest rate than an unsecured loan. I believe A is in fact one of the reasons. However, you were looking for B, which reads it requires collateral like a house or a car. Our second question, what is a credit score used for? Is it A, measuring how you can earn, B, analyzing how much you spend, or C, predicting the likelihood that you'll repay a loan? Wanata?
C.
C, predicting the likelihood that you will repay a loan. Why do you think that's the correct answer?
I'm just gonna say it's a guess. I just don't see the long of it.
But Mujanakole paying needs to hear the long of it.
So what I understand a credit score to be is just how well you manage your loans, right? And then banks use that to judge basically if how risky you are if they were to give you a loan.
Mhm.
That's how I understand the term.
Right.
Yeah.
So that means if you're not repaying your loans or you're paying your loans late on a monthly basis, this is negatively affecting your credit score. And that means the next time you take interest in getting credit, you might be penalized for your previous behavior. Wanata, that was indeed the correct answer. We move on to the next question. And it reads, what is a grace period on a credit card? Is it A, the time you have to spend the money, B, the time during which no interest is charged if the balance is paid in full, or C, a holiday for the bank staff? One at a time.
B.
B, the time during which no interest is charged if the balance is paid in full. That indeed is the correct answer. We move on to our true or false statements. The first one reading, digital banking is a trend where banks combine physical branch services with digital technology. True or false? One at a time.
True.
True, digital banking is a trend where banks combine physical branch services with digital technology. And you say the statement is true? One at a time. That is the correct answer. The statement is indeed true that digital banking is indeed a trend where banks have now combined the power and the convenience of branch services with digital technology to enhance their customers' experience. Our second statement, you should share your PIN or password with bank staff if they call you and say there's an emergency. True or false? Hey, you.
True.
True. True.
No, false.
True. You said the answer is true.
No, false.
And that statement again was you should share your PIN or password with bank staff if they call you and say that there's an emergency. Pinyo, I think I need your number, waiting, and your card. Then I'm going to call you and say that there's an emergency.
False. False.
Unfortunately, you can't change your answer.
Yeah.
But yes, you're absolutely right. That is a false statement. You should never, ever, ever give anyone your PIN or password, even if they call you saying that they are from the bank and that there is an emergency. If ever you receive such a call, do make sure that you get in contact directly with your bank, either via telecoms or go and see them to verify the nature of the emergency. Our third and final statement for this round. ESG investing stands for environmental, social, and governance. True or false? One more time.
True.
True. ESG investing stands for environmental, social, and governance. That is indeed the correct answer to the question. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of round 3. When we return from the break, we will be looking at those scores so we see who performed and what that means for the future of our participants on the Money Quiz Show with Visa. See you after the break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we do have those scores. Penyo, you managed to get yourself 10 points throughout tonight's episode.
I think I could have done better.
Yeah.
I was just panicking.
Yeah.
So I guess, yeah.
Why were you panicking?
These are really good opponents and yeah.
Really smart odds.
Very fast, by the way. Yeah.
I see, and I completely understand. Eric, you managed to get yourself 50 points. How are you feeling?
Gosh. I'm not happy.
Yeah?
It's leading.
Yeah? You wanted to be number 1.
Yeah, I wanted to win. Because already I opened the gap before, so congratulations to them.
I always say a lot can happen. Anything can happen on the Money Quiz Show with Visa. And we've seen that with our eyes tonight. Wanata, you're in the lead with 80 points. How do you feel about your performance?
Amazing.
Yeah. And this means that we will be seeing each other again in future rounds where you'll use the points that you collected tonight as a foundation for the next round that you're going into. I wish you all the best and I absolutely look forward to seeing you again. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all that we have put together for you here tonight on stage. Do make sure that you do not change that dial until you see tonight's tip of the week. Until we see each other again next week, same time, same place. From me, your host, Lechakotla, it is thank you and goodbye.
Why Visa? It's not just convenient, I just tapped. It's also safe and secure because the card doesn't leave my sight, it doesn't leave my hand. And best of all, I get to see the transaction in my statement, which later helps me with my planning and my budgeting on how much I spend for fuel in a month.
This show was brought to you by Visa. Everywhere you want to be.